Okay, so we're calling these tiny gardens now because we're gonna, with Abundant Earth Foundation, actually starting a website for all these little kitchen gardens because you can do these in North America as well. And my organization is called Refarmers, where we do projects in East Africa, which is where I learned how to do these gardens in the slums of Kampala and Nairobi. I have lots to talk about. I think you just want to see the pictures, but the stones are not I've experimented with or without the stones. Every climate's different. We use burlap, which is much more permeable. In Africa, they use like plastic, so it doesn't really aerate very well. So it depends. I've used different things down the middle. You can use rolled up cardboard. You can use coconut coir or even biochar to aerate the whole thing. We have, depends what you have access to. You can also use nothing, make it as easy as possible. So here you see the burlap. We've got these free sacks from our coffee roasters. They give them away for free. And you can see kind of like the beginning when we first planted it, and all these three are the same sack with different. So our little demo we have in our neighborhood in East Vancouver here. Then we've potatoes. You might have heard of potatoes being grown in sacks before, because that's kind of what I'd heard of it before I saw them in Kampala and Nairobi, because it allows you to hill up the potatoes really well. So these are our potatoes from this year. On the right was the beginning, and then kind of at the end there. Our friends in Victoria, British Columbia, started this amazing program where they install these sacks for people who don't have space. So you can do it, as you see, on concrete or on, oh, actually I have another one on a balcony. Anyway, but so these are families that can use these sack gardens. You can have them in a parking lot or anywhere else. And these are the ones I made last year. I grew broccoli this big out at the side there. You can see sunflowers, kale, cabbage. You can also grow, it's better if you grow things that you can keep coming back to, so your sack doesn't, it's very limited spacing. So if you grow a thing that you just pick once, like cabbage, you can keep coming back to the greens, but it's better to have things you can continuously pick, like lettuce and root vegetables don't work super well in the sacks. So these are the kind of the beginning, and then the almost fully grown one on the right there. That's what I did this year. And these are friends in Victoria again. So somebody has that on their balcony. And yeah, these are them again in my friend's yard, because I don't have a yard, and I did a whole sack garden collection there. Beans on the right side too. It's easy to stick a pole right in the middle there, and so you have like the structure that's perfect for growing beans or corn. You can do a Three Sisters type thing. Our First Nations in Canada use Three Sisters growing, which the beans can grow up the corn stalk. So you could also do something like that. These are in Kampala, or sorry, Nairobi in Kibera. And you see how when you have limited space, you can really grow a lot. And in their climate, unlike in Canada, you can really densely pack the sack because it's hot and there's lots of sun. And in Canada, you kind of have to be careful not shading your crops too much, because it could create shade, and it's too cool here in my northern climate so these are other examples, and you see how they use rice kind of sacks or sugar sacks, as opposed to the burlap, which we have access to here. But you can use all kinds of stuff. These are large versions. This is in Kampala, where I visited somebody's urban farm. So they've cut the sacks and sewn them together, and you can make giant ones. So if you have more space, you can really get, a lot of. These are the giant ones again in Masaka at our friend's demonstration farm, and they've put posts on the side to hold it up, and you can really get a lot of stuff in here. You can even plant fruit trees if you have a big one like this. You could potentially have oranges and banana maybe here, and you see the jerry can he was using in the video. Here they've used it also to make containers out of, and the big sacks again. And this is actually Sierra's sister, Indigo, who's 14 years old, drew this for us. And this is our little step-by-step. We didn't include the stones in the middle, because in Canada, I feel like you don't necessarily need it, other than it holds the structure up as well. So we're going to add another section to that. So we were going to have this available for you guys to print out, but it will be at some point. And these are the resources. I also made a video. It's a 20-minute video of step-by-step how to make the burlap sack. And you can find it on all these, YouTube and our Farmers Facebook page or Instagram. And also if you want to follow the work we're doing, do grandmother's kitchen gardens in Uganda and all kinds of cool, fun stuff. So, or you can email me too through refarmers.org.